Charles Lucien Jules Laurent Bonaparte, second Prince of Canino and Musignano, was a French biologist and ornithologist. Lucien and his wife had 12 children, including Cardinal Lucien Bonaparte. Biography. Bonaparte was the son of Lucien Bonaparte and Alexandrine de Blechamp, and a nephew of Emperor Napoleon. Born in Paris, he was raised in Italy. On 29 June 1822, he married his cousin, Zénaide, in Brussels. Soon after the marriage, the couple left for Philadelphia in the United States to live with Zénaide's father, Joseph Bonaparte. Before leaving Italy, Carlo had already discovered a warbler new to science, the mustached warbler, and on the voyage he collected specimens of a new storm petrel. On arrival in the United States, he presented a paper on this new bird, which was later named after Alexander Wilson. Bonaparte then set about studying the ornithology of the United States and updating Wilson's American ornithology. The revised edition was published between 1825 and 1833. In 1824, Bonaparte tried to get the then unknown John James Audubon accepted by the Academy of Natural Sciences, but this was opposed by the ornithologist George Ord. At the end of 1826, Bonaparte and his family returned to Europe. He visited Germany, where he met Philip Jacob Kretschmar, and England, where he met John Edward Gray at the British Museum, and renewed his acquaintance with Audubon. In 1828, the family settled in Rome. In Italy, he was the originator of several scientific congresses, and lectured and wrote extensively on American and European ornithology and other branches of natural history. Between 1832 and 1841, Bonaparte published his work on the animals of Italy, Iconographia della Fauna Italica. He had also published Specchio comparativa dell'ornithologia di Roma e di Philadelphia, presenting a comparison between birds of the latitude of Philadelphia and Italian species. He created the genus Zenaida, after his wife, for the mourning dove and its relatives. In 1849, he was elected to the Roman Assembly and participated in the creation of the Roman Republic. According to Jasper Ridley, when the Assembly convened for the first time, when the name of Carlo Bonaparte, who was a member for Viterbo, was called, he replied to the roll call by calling out, "Long live the Republic!" He participated in the defense of Rome against the 40,000 French troops sent by his cousin, Louis Napoleon. He left Rome after the Republican army was defeated in July 1849. He landed at Marseille, but was ordered to leave the country by Louis Napoleon. He reaffirmed his political beliefs the following year in naming Wilson's Bird of Paradise in honor of the Republican idea. He traveled to England, attending the meeting of the British Association in Birmingham. He then visited Sir William Jarden in southern Scotland. Charles then began work on preparing a methodical classification of all the birds in the world, visiting museums across Europe to study the collections. In 1850, he was allowed to return to France and made Paris his home for the rest of his life. In 1854, he became director of the Jardin des Plantes. In 1855, he was made a foreign member of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. He published the first volume of his Conspectus Genera Mavium before his death, the second volume being edited by Hermann Schlegel. Bonaparte also studied amphibians and reptiles, and is the author of Vipera ursini, commonly known as Orsini's viper. Lucien Charles Bonaparte died in Paris at age 54. Family. Prince Charles and Princess Zénaide Bonaparte had 12 children, listed below. Works: American Ornithology, or The Natural History of Birds Inhabiting the United States. This work contains more than 100 new species discovered by Bonaparte. Conspectus Genera Mavium. Revue critique de l'ornithologie européenne. Monographie des Loxians in collaboration with H. Schlegel. Catalogue des oiseaux d'Europe. Memoirs. In conjunction with M. Depeau and Say, he also prepared descriptive catalogue of pigeons and one of parrots which were published after his death. Among his papers published are Observations on the Nomenclature of Wilson's Ornithology, Journal of the Academy of Philadelphia, Synopsis of the Birds of the United States, Annals of the Lyceum of New York, Catalogue of the Birds of the United States, Contributions of the McLaurian Lyceum of Philadelphia, Ancestry.